And hello, we once again actually made it all the way to stream, not quite on schedule, but it's at least the right day, which is always an excellent start. So, we are playing Dark Souls 1 Remastered. We know absolutely nothing about the game and most probably will do poorly, which is a great start as have no absolutely no ambition but want to try the game. So especially with Fursuit and without any practice or reading any guides, it will most probably look interesting. Hello there, Jax. Great to have you here and welcome to the stream. So, we are indeed going to try and play Dark Souls, so that should be interesting. So foremost, let's then move towards the game and see how that starts out. Never played the original one and just know that some have complained that the remastered didn't like remaster enough or rub their paws while they are going up the ski lift or whatever functionality would be considered necessary of a remaster, like some negative comment do think have heard of the remaster, so probably it didn't rub someone's paws on the ski lift or whatever problem they must have had with the thing. So let's see for ourselves. As of course should be. We have shortly checked the settings, but let's check like run forward, backward, walk. Okay. Switch right weapon. Switch left weapon. Switch item. The keys are very use item is R. Do think the font size is kind of. Yeah, I do know that Kisu's car needs some repair. Hopefully the game has some kind of tutorial, and if not, then we wonder more about and let's see. Alright, we have graphics. The graphics settings are kind of simple. You have motion blur, depth of field, ambient occlusion, and resolution. And that's all there is to the graphics. So options. Then we have X-axis, Y-axis, camera speed, toggle auto lock on, camera auto wall recovery. Very well. Vibration. This would most probably require a controller to have any vibration. Like, sure, show blood. Alright, this is probably for like very especially scared people. Subtitles, yes, thank you. That would be UI scale 1x, and we apparently have option to have less UI scale. This is one of those excellent. We have UI scale, yay, and it's 1x or less. Like, what is this for? I have 2 large million-inch screen and then want to make it smaller. Whatever, like really. UI scale that goes only smaller. This is not the first game that's had this. So let's create the path properly also. Hello there, Camu. It's always great to see you and appreciate your attention and support of the channel. So, yeah, it tends to be kind of like you suddenly have a lot of parts. Indeed, she has purple eyes. Oh. So, we indeed do have all the usual trouble with automobiles, because it's usually like, yes, you have this thing worn out, then you actually check and you have 5 other things worn out, because of course they have been used / abused for about the same span of time. So yeah. So let's then go for the game and see what kind of havoc we find there. New game. Like, yeah, considering we are fursuiting and the game is probably incredibly dark, so let's ensure we have enough like trouble. Alright, we at least have so much brightness that we see both symbols, so alright, create character. Yeah, any like premium car parts are expensive. Alright. And the character name. We of course name ourselves after wherever. Alright, it actually shows like instructions that enter it here, and actually it's entered there. Most excellent. We of course type our own name and alright. You have very long list. These are like placeholders apparently for other genders. Like you have very long list and then you have 2. Alright. Warrior. Fearless warrior, weapon expert, high strength, dexterity. Knight. Low ranking knight, high HP, solid armor, not easily toppled. Yeah, they look rather more solid. Wanderer. Aimless wanderer. That sounds very convincing. Hello, I'm aimless. A reindeer. You have to feed the reindeer constantly. Thief. Guilt-ridden thief. Alright, that's like very promising. Bandit. Savage bandit. Hunter. Bow-wielding hunter. Okay at close range but weak with magic. Sorcerer. Alright. Pyromancer. That sounds very easy. Cleric. Deprived. Unclothed enigma. Only armed with club and old blank shield. Yeah, that looks very convincing. The knight looks quite like preferable because we have plenty of armor. Absolutely no idea because I have not read any guide that like. Do think that the knight would be easier because it's like can probably tank a bit more. So let's start with that and then wonder like, yeah, let's play with deprived next because we did so well or not. Gift, alright. None. Divine Holy Water fully restores HP and status, alright. None. No sign of a gift. Firebomb. Tiny Sprite called. Binoculars. Alright. Somehow carrying a master key seems quite useful. Opens any basic lock. Sure. Physique. Average, slim, very slim, large, very large, large upper body, large lower body. Alright. Top heavy. Sure. The head is at least bigger. Tiny head. Alright, that is kind of questionable. Interesting tuning choices, like, alright. Do think very slim actually looks good. Apparently it doesn't affect anything other than the looks. So. Alright, we have different faces. A bit darker skin also. Commoner, Do you think the Far East Traveler actually looks quite nice, like a bit more Eastern features, sure. Hair, alright, very short wave. Straight A, straight B. Ponytail A, ponytail B, pigtails. Braided, alright. Ponytail A looks rather nice, sure. Color. Alright, it's like hair color. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. Yeah, I do think the reindeer and sled would be interesting. You had to feed the reindeer. Whether it would be a winning choice is another matter. Okay, let's start the game.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire.
Alright.
And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then, from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
Alright, epic introduction.
Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sun.
Alright, and then we probably need to get rid of all the bosses if we can.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons.
Right.
Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire.
Right, and are we then?
But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Alright, at least we have rats.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, and are we stuck like in the cell or... Interestingly, they let one wear armor into the cell. Alright. Hey, let's start from the asylum. Dungeon cell key. Alright, having the key probably helps. think the cell has much more than the key probably to that door. Alright. Indeed, Luna should play the older games also, as she has said. Alright, we'll fix something here, so we'll disappear for a little bit. Let's hide that, and we'll return very shortly.